Well, we have another raft that was brought to us that needed repair, and our first suspicion was the valves hadn't been tightened. This is a fairly common instance, as every time we put the hose in the valve to pump these up when we go to the water or take them out, we're moving this valve. So you can see we have sprayed each one of these valves with water. This one has a little tiny leak with soapy water. And you can see the bubbles coming out, and so we're going to tighten all these valves up and see what happens. So we got our valve wrench that came out of our patch kit that came with each hooligan. Has the glue, the replacement patch material in here. Take our valve wrench, take each one of these little triangles, fit it into those triangles, hold down firmly with one hand. We're going to turn clockwise. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, until it's tight. Okay, it's nice and firm there. I didn't try to really break anything. Wipe off our bubbles and let's give her a squirt and see how we did. It's amazing, it's fixed. Simple as that. For StealthCraft, we deal with a lot of these rafts off and on, and we have these heavier valve wrenches made out of metal. This is just decoration on this end. This is the end we use. They're $15. We'll be happy to ship you one. It matches up here. And you can take this, put it on there just like that. We're metal instead of plastic. We don't have to worry about breakage. And we're going to tighten. Valve is really loose. It's tightening up now. We're still getting a little more out of it. This flat tool is nice, but it's hard to get your fingers on it. I'm not positive we got it tight. As loose as it was, we could have dirt around it, and it looks like we do since we have bubbles coming up. So we are going to let all the air out of this one and remove the valve, clean it, and reinstall it. I'm guessing we have dirt, sand, something between the valve and the floor. So to do that, we took this same tool to one of our aluminum welders, asked him to cut it in half and weld a handle on for us. So we're going to use this because it's a little easy to deal with. We're going to let the air out first, and then we're going to loosen this up. We're just unscrewing it, we're going counterclockwise or lefty, as the saying is. We loosen it up with our wrench. There it is. We don't look too bad here, but down here, oh yeah, it's gritty. I can feel it. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the valve itself into the office to the sink, and we're going to get hand soap, Dawn dish soap, whatever we may be in there. We're going to wash this real good. While we're at it, we're going to wash inside this valve. This is the way the valve sets whenever there's pressure behind it, and we will get dirt in here as well. I believe this grit right here is where our problem is at. So let's do some cleaning. We'll be right back. We've cleaned this real good with warm soapy water. Down here, same way, feels a whole lot better. We're going to take this bottom piece that stays in the rubber, try to get it centered. This isn't uncommon for this floor valve to loosen up, and when it does loosen up, to get grit underneath it, as this is where the back pan of the raft goes, and so we get some standing on this. So this isn't uncommon. If we just check this valve every couple days of fishing, it won't happen as bad as this one was on the leaking, and you won't get the dirt in there. So we're ready to reassemble it. Since we did lefty loosey, we're doing righty tighty. We're going clockwise. We use our fingers down for a ways. Get our fancy valve wrench tool that comes with the patch kit. There's the holes lined up. And she's pretty snug. And we're going to throw some air in her, check her, see if she leaks. Okay, we've got it aired up. Now let's test, see what kind of job we did. Looks pretty good. As they'd say where I come from, that dog will hunt.